Hello YouTube, this Elite RC. Alright, we about to get down to business. I haven't done one of these type of builds in a while, but I bought this X2 probably got about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I knew I wanted it, didn't know when I was going to use it, so when you want something in the RC world, you might not be ready to use it now at the time when you buy it, but you cannot let it just sit in the store because A, it may sell out. B, they might change something and cheapen it up from the original version. C is the big deal, it may get discontinued. And this is the King Motor X2 roller with the hop-ups and upgrades that comes on it. So basically it's built ready to roll. You just gotta, of course, do your Loctiting. Do your Loctiting. Like on this build, I'm gonna give a basic breakdown of what I plan on doing with it. Nothing extreme. I don't do too much extreme to these, for the simple fact they already got a lot of weight, and I'd rather have a few breaking points, not one breaking point, a few breaking points on my bashers. And let's get into it. Let's get the lid off. Put this on up real quick. But with that body, with my body I took off, I'm planning on going with a wrap. I don't feel like painting it, and so I'm either going to go with a wrap on it. I'm going to get the wrap on it, but I also want one of those 30° north bodies, the flex bodies that doesn't break. And if it does break, it takes a hell of a lot to do it. So let's go over a few different things. I've already serviced these diffs. My diff, what I do to my diffs are extreme. Everybody has their own ways of what they do with it. I know a lot of the big boy guys go aggressive, so I'm pretty much aggressive on this setup. I have 500 in my front. There will be no center diff. Right now we have a, let's get a little closer real quick. Okay, here we go. Right now we have a center diff in it. Take this braking housing off. Right now we have a center diff in here. We're going to pretty much go with a locker. I'm going to go with a Vertigo center diff locker. I want all my power to the ground. I don't want no slip for what I'm going to do. I've already, so yeah, I'm jumping all around. Let me finish that. I said I got 500K in the front. I'm running $1 million in the rear. And that's for my power to the ground ratio. This is not my first time running this ratio. My 5B is set up the same way. I'm not racing. This is strictly bashing. And like I said, my 5B is set up for the same ratio. I have a center locker. I have a 500K in my front, and I have $1 million in my rear on my 5. So I already know how to run. I've played with a lot of different setups. I did all kind of different versions. I did the 500 in the center. I did the 100 in the front, 100 in the rear. I've switched that up. I have all kind of diff oils, and I also do a little mixing for myself. So I went with all different ratios. That's the version I like the best. And like I say, it's case by case scenario, so you can do what you want. I run these switches, these Killer RC switches, on all of my fit scales. So basically, have my switch installed. All I gotta do is run my electronics, and I also have all of my battery stuff. I've already worked on my battery box stuff, so we're pretty much good to go on that. I always make sure my electronics are set up right before I even start the build. You get the electronics out the way up front. When you get done at the end, you pretty much, you don't have to worry about doing your electronics when everything is in here. Your engine is in here and all of that. You don't have to worry about your electronics. So we want to keep it that way. Also, I'm going to be getting rid of the out drives up here. I'm gonna get all the FLM set up, the forever stuff. I'm gonna go with the replace the drive paint, the drive rods in, getting rid of all this, the whole FLM setup. I'm gonna be putting aluminum diffs inside of my plastic brake and my plastic housings until it gives me a problem. Once I have a problem, if I do have a problem with the plastic housings getting too hot and warping and all that, then I'll change it. But until then, I've never had that issue before I'm put in here. But until then, like I told you, I'm not going to do too much extreme. It already has my front. It has the front and rear chassis braces. It comes with all of the your A, B, and C. Your A, B, C, and D blocks are already aluminum. Your center diff tower is already aluminum. I'm not worried about this top piece being aluminum. I've never had a problem with that. And like I say, I already got my BRP hubs on here. So it's pretty much going to be a plain and simple build, nothing extreme. It's all about practicality. That's all I'm worried about. It's not about the money. It's about making sense. So, like I said, it's going to be my X2 build. We're going to have this is I guess build video 1. Haven't done one of these in a while, but we're going to get to it. And I'm also going to change my bearings. All these bearings, the cheap bearings that come in here, they work. But for 40, 50 bucks, I can get a whole new bearing kit of sealed bearings from Full Force. So why not? I'm already at the bottom, and I'm already going to have to take a lot of this stuff out and Loctite it. And then, of course, I'm going to change my steering. I don't care for this type of steering. That one here. Depends on when I get the servos in. We'll see from there, but I think I'm going to change this, at least this rod. It's plastic. I'm going to change that to aluminum. Certain things I like and certain things I have to have. And, of course, that's it. This is build video 1. Once again, it's Elite RC, and we're talking about the X2 build. I'm out.